Hi, this is Cynthia Ortiz. This is podcast number 2, October 8, 2021, Friday. Hi, David Roberson. Hi, Mr. Perry. You guys are caught again. We just got you again. Some guy saying, I had an app pulled up, a banking app. I've got several bank accounts. They've illegally broken privacy laws on those bank accounts, on all of them. And we know that. My guys dig. They don't say, we don't look at evidence. My guys dig. You're caught more than you've ever been caught in your lives, are you not? Are you not? What's these active aggressions? We got a foreign reporter now weighing in. Isn't America supposed to be a Christian nation? And Texas, aren't those people supposed to be all about Christianity? Were there not the textbook wars where it was Christianity against Islam? What happened? They all turned sex pervert like Jimmy Swaggart? You can't trust those people. These acts of aggression against Ms. Ortiz confirms she is telling the truth. Otherwise, why would they be so aggressive towards her? So I have a banking app pulled up, and all of a sudden there's congressional 2021 charges coming out of my account. It's empty. I don't donate to congressional anything. I don't have anything to do with politics. Charles Perry does. Charles Perry and David Roberson. So to confirm that, my guys get all over them, as they always do when I have a problem. Like ugly on an ape. And what happens? They get a guy recorded, call Roberson and tell him she's not doing what we thought she would. Recorded. And we get 10,000 plus recordings of you guys trying to do some criminal act towards me. You got in my bank account illegally. Didn't ya? Duly noted for the record in our court, because our judge isn't going to be ignorant on fact. Not this time. How many times were you told on before you met me? How many after? So over the last week or so, you've been recorded talking about getting my ringtone. You've been recorded talking about when does she have money in her account? You think she's going to work tonight? Do you think has she gotten gas yet? She's going to need this. She's going to need that. Because you peep and you hack. You can see what my food looks like, how much I have. You can see when I leave, when I come and go. You can see when I'm going to be at the grocery or where I'm going to be. You have me followed everywhere I go. You GPS my house. You GPS my phone or my car or both. You tell us. You know my bank accounts. You're taking money out of my bank account. It's political too. Congressional something 2021. I don't get involved in politics at all. I don't. That is an unauthorized charge. So duly noted for the record, you got in my bank account. Again. You are recorded calling Target and Walmart. Tell them not to sell me groceries online. You are recorded. See, what happens is when I'm going to do something, I tell my guys first. Then they call and set things up so that you're recorded. Over and over and over and over. Starting with the McNamara email of 2015, every day you guys are recorded. It's like the gift that keeps on giving. Did you call Roberson and tell him I didn't do what he wanted me to do? Did you call? Mr. Perry can't get a date. He does get caught. And here we are 10 years into this, and he can't figure out how to get a woman to want him. Just gets caught. Let me tell you something. Playing with dolls and unicorns and watching TV all day like a some fat slob pervert or a 2-year-old little girl isn't how you get a woman to want you. You are not some big hunk of sexy. You're pathetic. You're absolutely pathetic. There is nothing more pathetic than a bitch you can't move on. And I said we had a guy coming in my club who is legitimately certified mentally disabled, living with mom, it's like talking to a 6-year-old. He needs 24/7 care. He lives with his mother. He can't even drive. He works at Walmart putting peas on the shelf. 7 months. He coming in to see this one chick. He thinks that's his girlfriend. We didn't see him for a little bit and she quit. All of a sudden he comes back in. I said, she doesn't work here anymore. And he goes, oh, thank God. I go, what happened? Well, 7 months into this, we don't have a date. I finally figured out we're not really boyfriend, girlfriend. It's time for me to move on. So I broke things off with her. Wow, 7 months and 10 years later, you can't figure that out? Charles Perry, you have no idea. You're not wanted. You don't know how to get a woman to want you. And you're stealing money. You're killing people. You're putting everybody in jail. You're going into court and you're lying and lying and lying. And that's all here. Dude, you're caught. Roberson, I didn't do what you wanted me to do with my bank account. If he didn't call you, I'm telling you, I didn't do it. You wanted me to go get gas yesterday. You wanted me to go to the car dealer. You wanted me to call this one lady, and I didn't do it. How many times were you caught before you met me, and how many after? Write it down. I want the number, Mr. Roberson. Are the feds involved? My charges weren't federal. Oh, I got something. You're pathetic, too. Why didn't you get a life? I didn't come here to pick a fight with you, did I? You picked one with me. You don't know who I know. You don't know who I am. But you know, you're seeing things happen you've never seen before. And things get worse for you every time you cause a problem. Every time you cause drama. You're not subjugating me, are you? You've had 8 years. You've had 8 years. 7, 8 years. Have you not? Let's see. I left Lubbock in November 2013. I left. Bitch. You can't figure out how to get women to like you, Charles. It's not that hard. You don't do what you do. You're not some big hunk of sexy. You're pathetic. Everybody knows what you want. You want to cover up. You don't like women. You're aggressive to women. You're abusive. That's not how you get a woman to want you. Any smart guy would call a guy that has a woman and say, how did you get her to like you? Peeping, hacking, false arrest, attempted murder. Not part of that. Playing with dolls, watching TV all day like a fat slob. Lazy. Not how you do that. Call Brandon, call Ernest, call Said. Call them and ask them did you peep on her? Did you hack on her? Did you take money out of her checking account? Did you cause her to lose things that she loves and are important to her? Did you ruin her career? Did you fuck up her family? Call them and ask them if they did that. I promise you they did not. They got me and you didn't. Fabian got a phone call or two from me. You have not gotten one, have you? You know, what kind of fucktard are you? That you can't put that together in your head by now. You're not wanted. I don't do weirdo. I don't do it. Not my thing. But you are caught. And caught. And caught. And caught. And caught. Terry Wagner, Mickey James, Pinto. Evidence that you are contacting me in the form state, and now you're getting in my bank account. You got recorded calling the damn grocery because you like torment, torture, and starvation of women and children. And now we got a foreign reporter weighing in. I thought these people were Christians. These acts of aggression towards Cynthia, or I think she said Ms. Ortiz, tell me they are doing exactly what she says they're doing. They're as guilty as she says they are. Otherwise, why would they waste their time? They got a lot to hide, and they're desperate right now, and you can tell. She caught him, didn't she? Write it down. I don't like you, Charles. This is about fucking up your crime, Mr. Roberson. No one's done that like it had until you met me, right? You got away with this. You're some big shit in Oklahoma, but outside of Oklahoma, no one gives a fuck who you think you are. I'm sorry that hurts your feelings. You've caused me a lot of loss. Everybody else is worried about that. They're worried about me. That's why you just got recorded. Did she not get gas yet? Did she not go to Good Deal? You're recorded. And recorded. And recorded too. Calling Target. I tell my guys, I think I'm gonna apply for freelance work at such and such place and such place. They've already made the phone call, David, before you ever did. They heard you talking to Lynn about not giving me my granny's money. They heard you because they recorded you. Because I told my guys I'm gonna go ahead and ask for that money. I've never asked for it before. I've not even brought it up. But I need to help Mike Neely right now. I need that money. So they already had that set up, bitch. Way ahead of you. I told you that before, didn't I? You told me before. If you'll tell me who this is, before my false arrest. If you'll tell me who's helping you, I'll tell you who your real parents are. And I said, I'm not 6 years old. Doesn't matter now. Go fuck yourself, didn't I? And people were like, oh, Lord, I can't believe she said that to him. I came from Vegas. The mafia's in Vegas. Why the hell is everybody scared of David Roberson? David, set an appointment up between me and your attorney. You need to explain to me who it is the fuck you think you are. See, I came from Vegas. I played, I did politics federal. Washington, D.C. kind of politics. I don't do whatever it is you're used to dealing with. I guess you're used to weak people. This isn't that. There are billions of dollars being poured into fighting sex trafficking, sex exploitation, starvation, torment, torture of women and children. You do false arrests. You murder people. We get that. It's been duly noted for the record in our court. We're going to deal with it in our court. So people that are scared of you, this time that's not happening and you don't know what to do about it, do you? And you taking my money and you think that's going to change something? What you did is you just pissed us all off. Call David and tell her she's not doing what he wanted her to. Again. And Charles Perry sitting around on his fat ass, lazy, wondering why he can't get a woman to want him. And you're helping him, David? Really? You're kissing the ass of that? If you're some big shit in Oklahoma, please sit me down and explain to me what in the hell that is. Because I didn't have any idea. I still don't. All we know is you're hurting people. We asked you to stop, didn't we? You've been caught more than ever in your life. Right, David Roberson? Have you not been caught? Even you, Charles, Dave, Matt, Joe, Josh. Has anybody caught you in your crime this much? Ever? You want me to be afraid of you. Well, first you need to tell me who you are and why I should be afraid of you when I've got the machine behind me that is doing things you've not seen before. And you ask me, who is telling you what we're going to do so that you don't fall for our tricks? Everybody else falls for our tricks. Everybody else subjugates. We've not seen this kind of longevity. Who are you? Explain that to me. Explain it to me. Tell me, who are you, David? That everyone else cowers and I don't. Maybe I'm just not in the know. I dealt with Vegas mafia all the time. So I probably can handle you. Maybe better than people that aren't used to that can do it. Is that the problem? Everyone else isn't used to dealing with a criminal scum like you? Organized crime? Racketeering? Fraud? You want to sit me down? You run drugs, David? Are you a drug runner? Are you running guns too? Tell me, who is it that you are? That everybody else goes, oh, I can't believe she said that. Go fuck yourself to David Roberson. Oh my God. You sit me down in the office of your attorney and you explain to me why people react like that. Who are you? You want me to know how important you are? How much power you have, David? Call your attorney, schedule a meeting, and you explain it to me. Because I have no idea, nor do I give a shit. I'm not from here. I'm not from here. What you need to know is your crime has been more caught than ever in your life. Since you met me, you have a machine you're up against. Because there's billions of dollars being poured into fighting what you do. Maybe the world's not going to put up with the sexual exploitation of women and children anymore. Maybe they've had enough of it. Maybe you need to find a new line of work, a new crime to do. I'm sorry, people are scared of you. Who is helping you? I'll tell you who your real parents are if you'll tell me who's helping you. I'm not 6. Go fuck yourself. I walked off, and that's the last thing I said to you, wasn't it? Are you some big scary guy in Oklahoma? Schedule a meeting and explain to me, who are you? I'm not in that loop. I know I've caught you guys in your crime more than anybody else ever has. So who am I? Maybe that's the question you need to be asked. Who am I? You asked who was helping me, didn't you? So you know you had reason to be concerned, didn't you? You wanted me arrested the other day. That was recorded too. You called up Tulsa police and said, just find something to arrest her for. What'd he say back to you? Dude, watch out. You don't know who she is, but you can see what she can do. It's not what you've seen before. She's not from here. You better watch out. Recording after recording after recording after recording, right? You want me dead? Everybody knows. You want me false arrested? Everybody knows, David. You want us to take all my money? You did exactly what I said you did. You did it today. You buying judges? We know. There's a whole nother courtroom dealing with this shit. We know. You got in my bank account today? We know. We're not from here. We know. We don't put up with this crap. And we know. Maybe you ought to ask who I am, who I know. You've asked it before. I didn't answer your question, did I? I don't care who my real parents are. I don't know that they're not Lynn and Kathy. Guess what? I'm not 6. It doesn't matter now. Does it? You're offering me information that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm not 6. You guys are insane. I want the number for all of you. David, Charles, Matt, Joe, Josh. How many times were you caught in your crime before you met me? How many after? Google. Do a little Googling, and you can find that billions of dollars are being spent fighting what you do. Right? Sexual exploitation of women and children. Charles, put the fucking doll down, bitch. That's not how you get women to want you, playing with dolls. Sitting around like a 2-year-old little girl pretending in a make-believe life, right? Because you can't get real. You can't get a real date with a real woman. You can't figure out how to get a woman to want you. You've had 10 years. It isn't stealing money, playing with dolls, torment, torture, starvation of women and kids. That's not how you get a date. Call Brandon. Tell him you play with dolls. See what he says. See if he thinks that's going to get you a date with me. Call him. Call Brandon Rogue and tell him that's what you do. See if he thinks you can get a date with me doing that. Ask him if he did that to get a date with me. Call Fabian. Same thing. Call Ernest. Call say anybody that I've ever gone out with, actually been with. Call them and ask them, Charles, did you get a date with her by sitting around on your fat ass, watching TV, pretending, playing with a little doll like a 2-year-old little girl? Did you take her money? Saeed made sure I made money. So did Ernest. They made sure I made money. They didn't take it. And they actually had a date with me. They were actually wanted. You're not. You're not. You're rejected. Charles, stop lying to yourself. You're rejected. Charles, listen to what I'm saying. I don't like you. Charles, listen to what I'm saying. I don't like you. I don't want you. I've made no effort to get in touch with you. I won't take your phone calls. You've tried to call. I won't take your phone calls. I don't like you. You're a bitch. I don't do bitch. You're weirdo. You're Jerry Springer. You're low class. You're just a job. Write it down. You're a job. You can't figure out how to get a woman to want you. That's your problem. David, listen. Somebody's saying, call Roberson and tell him she's not going to do what he wants. After he got in her bank account and took all her money, drained it with illegal charges I didn't authorize. Congressional something. Our judge will hear about it first thing tomorrow. And that recording as well. Over and over and over and over, you're caught. Charles, you can't get women to like you playing with a doll. You're playing basketball on a tennis court, bitch. You get deviant men to like you. That's all you've gotten. It's been 10 years. You have no cover-up. $25 million is pissed away. You paid $25+ million for a cover-up you didn't get, right? You killed a cop. You framed the other one. We're dealing with it in a different courtroom. Why can't you get that? Why are you guys slow? And you keep going at it, and you're the gift that keeps on giving. We've not seen anything like it. You're just not getting it. You're slow. It's very irritating. Very irritating. I want the number. Have your attorney give me that number, David. How many times were you caught before you met me? How many after? You are recorded talking to Lynn and Kathy about giving me my money. Don't give her inheritance money. We need her to be broke, so she'll subjugate. I went without electricity for a week, but I didn't subjugate. That was long time ago, wasn't it? Months ago. She's not getting gas. She's not calling that lady. She's not going. Do I ever? Do I ever do what you want? I'm finding out somehow. Who's telling me, David? You're so powerful in Oklahoma. Everybody's scared of you. Who's telling me what you're about to do so that I change my plans and I don't do what you want? Find out. You got a machine against you. You got a machine against you, and you just keep going at it and at it and at it and at it, and you always want to know who told, but you keep going at it and going at it and going at it, and I've never seen anything like it in my life. Can't get her ringtone. She didn't call, what's-her-face, Duvall. She didn't go to the dealership. She didn't do the thing that you wanted her to do with the bank account after you drained it on ridiculous, illegal, unauthorized charges that you on an account you shouldn't have known anything about. Write it down. Who is helping me? Who is helping me, David? I said, when you offered us a quid pro quo or a tit for tat, I'll tell you who your real parents are if you'll tell me who's helping you before my false arrest. And I looked you in the face and said, I'm not 6. I don't care. Go fuck yourself. And I walked off. And never said another word to your face again, did I? And people are going, oh my God, I can't believe she talked to David Roberson like that. Oh my God, I don't know who you are. Nor do I care. What I know is I hear recording after recording after recording after recording of you trying to hurt me. And I didn't come up here to pick a fight with you. I was supposed to get Charles Perry elected and be done. But since you attacked me, and I know guys who can do things like this, we're putting a stop to your crime. And no one's done that more than me. Who are you that everybody's scared of you? Why don't you tell me? Why don't you schedule a meeting with your attorney and tell me? Who are you to scare everybody else? Who are you? Who do you think you are to have people scared of you like that? And I'll tell you who I am, because I've already shown you what I can do. Have I not shown you what I can do like no one else has in your life? I'll show you what I can do. And that's the best I can do. And the rest is your problem. The rest is your problem. I'm not dealing with it. I don't like Perry. He's a disgust to me, and everybody knows that's how I feel about it. And 10 years later, if you're slower than a legitimately certified mentally retarded individual, and you can't figure out there's not a relationship here, I have one goal. Fight your crime. Stop the hurt you're causing. There's nothing on my mind romantic about you. You bitch. You're pathetic. Get that out of your head. It's not going to happen. You've had 10 years to make women want you, and you can't do it, can you? You don't know how. You have no clue how to get a woman to want you. You're pathetic. You're absolutely pathetic. Because common sense would tell you, you call somebody that has a date and ask what they did to get the date. And I promise you, peeping, hacking, stealing money, trying to kill people, do false arrests, busting up families is not how you get a date. Not with a woman. Maybe deviant men, but not with women. It's criminal activity. You're racketeering. Are you running guns and drugs too? What else do you want in our courtroom? What else do you want coming into that courtroom, into your trial? You figure that out. You figure that out. You want my ringtone? We gotta get her ringtone. We gotta get her back on that pole and on a schedule. What the fuck kind of hick says shit like that? Huh? What the fuck kind of hick says shit like that? You are recorded. And with duly noted for the record. I don't know who the hell you think you are. All I asked you to do is leave me the hell alone. Didn't I? So leave me alone. And then you won't need a cover up, and then you won't have to go around. We gotta get her back on that pole. Fucking hillbilly. I don't do... I mean, again, not from here. Not from here. I came here to get away from all the criminal bullshit Charles was doing. I didn't come here to pick a fight with you. When you picked one with me, though, please understand, you had the monster, the machine, not the monster, but the machine helping me. You poked that. Billions of dollars being poured into putting a stop to exploitation of women and children. Starvation, torment, torture, sex trafficking. Google it. It's everywhere. You should have known. You should have fucking known. Charles, I don't like you. Get that fucking delusion out of your head, you idiot. I don't like you. I don't. You know, I've called Fabian. I don't call you. I don't like you. You don't get the phone call. I won't take yours because you've been trying to call me and I won't take your calls. You don't mean anything to me. You're just a job. You can't figure out how to get women to like you. Attacking isn't how you get a date, dumbass. Playing with dolls, not how you get a date, dumbass. Little girls can do that. You got the skill set of a 2-year-old little girl. That is not what big hunks, sexy dudes do. You're a turnoff. You want to get a date with a woman? Go figure out what women like. Otherwise, shut up about wanting a date. You like deviant men, and that's it. Because you do things deviant men like, not what women like. Where's Jackie when you do all this shit? How can you prove where you've been? Because you're going to have to prove it in our court. Where you've spent your time. We hear you're in Tulsa more than you're in Lubbock. That you've pretty much established residency in Oklahoma. By law, we can make that case. That you don't even live in Texas anymore. Alright, so there's that. David, I didn't do, the guy said, what you wanted me to do. Did I? Didn't shut the bank account down, did I? Nope. But they've got these transactions now. They've got it. So does Philip. So does Mallory. I just said they keep getting in my bank accounts. They're breaking laws, privacy laws, and you did it anyway. You just fucking did it anyway. So now we can go, well, I did tell you. I said so. I said that's what they're doing. And now we got reporters going, what's the deal with all these acts of aggression towards her? They look very desperate right now. When people get desperate, they make mistakes. You should know that, David, if it's some big important criminal around here. I hung out with enough mafia guys in Vegas to know they were smart. You can't look desperate. That's when people make mistakes. That's when you calm down. That's when you cool off. Yeah, okay. Well, you're not Vegas, so that's probably the reason for the fail. Anyways, it's duly noted for the record, you wanted me to shut the bank account down, didn't ya? You wanted me to go gas up yesterday earlier than I did, didn't ya? You wanted me to go running over to the car dealer, didn't ya? Because you did something to my car, didn't ya? You wanted me to call the Duvals. Well, I didn't call them, did I? You happy? I never do. How do I even find out what you're trying to do? So I know how to avoid it. See, that's what you better figure out, David. Mr. Power David. Everybody kisses your ass. Everybody's kissing your ass. Everybody's scared of you. But you're not looking at what we're doing to you. You don't know who we are, but you can see what we can do. What we just did. You want my ringtone. You want my ringtone. Over and over and over and over and over. And David's talking about, what about if we take her car and will she leave the state? Will I, David? Is that what you want? You want me to leave the state? There's not room enough for, Wyatt Earp and you? Is that how that works here in Oklahoma? You think you can dictate where people live in a free country? Well, again, we've duly noted that for the record that you think that. I'm going to take her car. Well, she can still get a job and walk. That may not make her move. We're trying to figure out how to make her leave the state. We're trying to get her whole family turned against her. We're trying to do this. We're trying to do that. So she'll leave. We got it duly noted for the record. That's harassment. You're doing exactly what we say. You continue to prove it every day. Because you're dealing with something. You don't know who it is actually, David. But you can see what we've done. You can see what we've done since the day I met you. And it's not been done before, has it? And your little bitch, Perry, can't Put it together in her head. How do you get a date with the woman? How do you get women to like you? Try to have them sit her down and explain it, would you? Because I'm sick of dealing with it. It's not by peeping. It's not by hacking. It's not by playing with dolls. Call Brandon, bitch. Ask him if he plays with dolls, and that gets him a date. I can tell you, he can get a lot of dates. He can get a lot of, he can get that shit. You can't. Ask him what he does. Do you play with dolls, Brandon? Do you sit on your fat ass and watch women in the privacy of their home? I promise you he's not doing that. He's busy. You need to try that sometime. Busy guys who work hard attract women. You know one thing that I liked about Fabian? I'm at work. He's working his ass off. He's the waitress manager. There'd be waitresses out there in the back, on their break. And she said this, and he said that, and we said that, and she said this, and we did. And he'd be out there. It's been 10 minutes. Get your ass in there and work. I liked that. That attracted me. Why don't you work, Perry? And then you might get a woman that wants you. But I don't like you. It's never going to be me. You're playing basketball on a tennis court, and you can't figure out why you can't make a basket. You're doing it wrong, dumbass. I don't like you. You're just a job. David, schedule a meeting with your attorney. I will come in there, and you two explain to me who you think you are. And then I want the numbers. How many times were you caught before you met me? How many after? You don't know who we are. But you've seen what we can do, and it's something you've not seen before, right? Get your hands out of my wallet. Get them out. Stay away from my family. My family's terrified of you. I'm going to tell you that right now. Craig and Dana are scared to death of you, David. Why is that? What are you doing? You're doing what I said you're doing? Are you threatening them? I'm going to take her car away. I want your help. And if you fuck up and let something slip, I'm coming after you. I've stayed away from my family, so you can't do that to them. Don't ever fuck with my family again, David. You're dealing with me now. You're dealing with me. Billions of dollars are being poured into fighting what you do. Stay the fuck away from my family. I'm not from here. I don't know who you are. You're welcome to explain it to me. You're more than welcome to explain it to me. You're recorded and recorded and recorded and recorded and recorded for the first time in your life. And I get you're a criminal, whatever, mafia, something. I don't care. I lived in Vegas. I know exactly how to deal with mafia. Fuck you. Go fuck yourself. Stay away from my family. You don't get a choice. Listen, I just quoted you guys. You, David, had the long conversation about how do we get her out of Oklahoma. I can't let her get a job. We can take her car, then she can't get to work. Well, she can walk. Yeah, I heard the whole conversation. You were recorded. You don't know who we are, but you see what we can do. Now stay the fuck away from my family. Charles, get out of my life. You have no chance of a date with me. Get a grip on reality. Stop bullshitting yourself and stop icking your slime, your delusions, and your slime all over me and my family. Get away from us. Get the fuck away from us. You are dealing with a machine, dumbass. I can't believe you guys have not put that together by now. You shoulda. Get there faster. Keep up with everybody else. You're slow and it's very irritating. All right? I'm not from here, David. I don't know you. I didn't come up here to pick a fight with you. Fuck off.